I would like to thank every one of us here today that have come to support this cause. We all know that our main problem here is that we are not able to work as much as we would have wanted. We are not even going to school either. We are not even being trained either. What we are asking to the government today is that Zimbabwe be allowed to work. That's number one. The second thing that we are asking today is that what people here that have got the skills, but we want those skills to be put in place. We want people to be placements in work so that we can work alongside the government.
I see that there's been quite a good crowd coming out here. Would you say this has been the response to the televised interviews you've had?
I'm assuming, but we've worked together as an organization for London Citizens and the Stranger Citizens campaign to try and make this thing a success. We hope we've attracted some media attention to the whole event, so we just have to wait to hear what they're going to say. We've made our gratitude well felt to everybody, so it's well publicized now to everybody who didn't know the pleas and the troubles our Zimbabwean people are going through. Hopefully everybody knows what's going on right now, so we play a waiting game.
Do you think the British government or the policymakers of this country are going to listen to your pleas?
Yeah, we have already made inroads as far as the MPs are concerned, and therefore it is the MPs that can pass that in Parliament, and therefore I don't see any reason why that shouldn't go through.
So is there any words of encouragement you'd like to say to other Zimbabweans who may be going through the same problems with everyone else?
What I would urge all Zimbabweans is to come out in the open. Do not hide. Let's come out in the open and be counted when we do things like demonstrations like this. It is very necessary that we all support each other, and then at the end of the day it will benefit everybody.
Well, this event is part of the London Citizens Strangers into Citizens campaign, calling on the government to grant the right to work and the right to stay here for people that have been in the country for a long time. And this event, particularly today, focuses on the Zimbabweans here, perhaps 10,000 stuck in limbo, unable to work, unable to contribute. And we at London Citizens are calling on Gordon Brown to match his international rhetoric with domestic change. And the event today went very well. The police themselves estimated 1,000 people. I think there were many more. So London Citizens is grateful to the Zimbabweans for trusting us and for coming out in great number. And together we have shown a strong signal that things need to change.
Do you think the British policymakers are going to listen?
I think that an increasing number of politicians in Britain recognise that if the House of Lords and Gordon Brown himself is saying 2 days ago that we cannot deport people back to Zimbabwe, then surely it is only right that a legitimate opportunity is made for people to work here, to contribute and to skill themselves in order to rebuild Zimbabwe. So we will see after today to what extent the call has been heeded.
My name is Shane Lunga. I'm very impressed by the number of Zimbabweans who've turned up today. I think we are building a momentum which will get this done to allow all Zimbabweans to start working in the UK and use their talents. They've got the drive, and I'm sure they'll use it wisely. I belong to a couple of organizations, but the organizations I came representing today was Zimbabwe Futures, and one was the Phoenix Zimbabwe, which is an organization dedicated to trying to help Zimbabweans reskill themselves. They take part in the reconstruction of their country when it becomes safe to do so.
Where is this organization?
The organization is based in London. It involves a few parliamentarians, and we've just put in a website which is called phoenixzimbabwe.org, and from there people can obtain applications, and then we assess them and we go from there.
During the week, and in actual fact there's been quite a large crowd. Is this evidence of the fact that Zimbabweans are not working in this country? That's why they turned out in such big numbers on a day when they should have been at work.
I think you've hit the nail on the head. I think that is a reality. There is there are quite a lot of Zimbabweans who would like to work and are not working. And of course, this campaign is has resonated with most of them with their plight. That's why they're here.
And I came from Zimbabwe in 2001. I sought asylum and could not get the asylum. It was because they say I was lying to my fact of farming.
So are you working right now?
No, I'm not working. I'm just living on handouts. So I'm not. If the government will hear what the people are saying, I think it will be better for me and for my family and for their families also. And just to sit here, scrounging, getting something in the bins, you know, it's bad.
Citizens is running a campaign and has done for the last 3 years to try and persuade the government to regularise the position, give them a pathway to citizenship of long-term irregular migrants. Today, we focused on the plight of the Zimbabweans who are here. They have a proven case now because the government has said the Zimbabweans cannot go home, should not go home. They have a proven case to be able to work. So our focus today, in solidarity, London citizens, people, British citizens with Zimbabweans, is to persuade Gordon Brown to allow the Zimbabweans the right to work, to pay taxes, to go about their business legally, and then potentially to go home if they wish to.
There's been quite a number of times that many Zimbabweans or many people from different quarters have asked the government for exactly what you're asking the government to do today. Do you think the British government policymakers are likely to even listen to what you're saying, or, you know, try and help you out in this?
Yes, that is our experience. Our experience is if you increase the pressure on them through exactly what we've done today, fantastic turnout by the Zimbabwean community, the support of the Archbishop, the support of several different members of Parliament and trade unions as well, then the government has to respond. The aim of today is to get them to say yes or no. If they say no, there is no logic in that. They look ridiculous. So the aim of today is to get a response. And we'll wait and see. We'll see what happens this evening. We'll see what happens in the Commons next week. But they have to respond to an event like this.
There's been quite a large crowd that turned out today. Were you expecting so many people to turn out?
We were. We were very impressed with the way the Zimbabwean community is organised, stays together, is proud, is dignified. The call went out very well, and we only had about 2 weeks to plan this in support of the Zimbabwean Association and the Zimbabwean Vigil, and obviously the MDC as well. And so yes, we were not surprised to see the church packed, the Parliament Square packed, the march packed, with Zimbabweans and British citizens saying, let these people stay. The evidence is that Zimbabweans are desperate to work. The call from the Archbishop was quite clear, let these people work.
Now, as you mentioned earlier, your organization is not only to do with Zimbabweans. Where are you based here in the UK? You've got offices all over the country, or are you based at one place? Where can people find you?
We are quite small, really. We're based in Whitechapel. We're called London Citizens. We have a national body called the Citizen Organising Foundation as well, which is trying to develop similar alliances across other cities in Britain. It's a novel idea. We think this is how people in Britain used to do politics. It's not unlike the MDC, frankly, a movement of ordinary citizens fighting for social justice. Just look on www.londoncitizens.org.uk. That's our website.
Thank you very much for talking to us today.
That's why I know it's all destruction. It's all destruction. But somebody is watching over me. I know somebody